stream.
Well,
That's the stream. The stream was like,
yeah,
Whoa,
but we fixed that now, so.
Okay, go ahead. This should be more than loud enough now.
Okay.
And yeah, you could transition us, I suppose.
Yeah, we've been transitioning.
Okay, perfect. All right. Just gonna play that song again to.
I can kind of hear it.
Yeah, I'll make it a little louder still. All right. So, music volume up, that up, that up. Okay. That should be all right. And then I can turn it up in Windows Mixer. No, it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's all the way up.
Just checking. All right. Cool. Yeah, I should be ready then. Okay. Hi there. Webcam in my face.
Woo!
I am Prolix. I am playing Full Throttle Remastered in any % run, but we do have a couple of donation incentives for you, thanks to the generosity of Imawaka, who you just saw run High Hell, as well as Tron Travolta, and I know some other people donated to them as well. So thank you for meeting them. We'll have one incentive about 3 minutes into the run, and one right near the end. So, cool. I am ready to get started. If you're ready on the timer.
Yeah, let's do it.
And yeah, I'll let you guys go ahead and count me down.
All right. 3, 2,
2,
1,
go!
Go,
Go! Go! Go!
Alright, so this is Full Throttle Remastered. It is the remaster of an old point-and-click adventure game by LucasArts. Double Fine actually made the remaster. You know, point-and-click games were narrative-driven mostly, so we're
Lots
gonna
of
be
humor too.
we're gonna be skipping all major cutscenes, you know, to go fast. Like, hey, why'd you wake up in a dumpster? Why are you fighting this guy on a motorcycle? Nobody cares. None of this matters. It's like, why is your bike suddenly wrecked and you're having Maureen there on the left? Fix it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So so you're not gonna get the story from this. So apologies for that. I'm just going to be trying to go fast, and I can explain a little bit of the tech here. Well, there's one audio cue here. You got to wait for Big Todd here, who I just knocked out, to get to his door so you can kick it in his face. Right now I'm just in an area of the game called Melonweed. I don't know if you ever heard of Thimbleweed Park, another Double Fine game. I think they kind of took the naming inspiration from this, the old Melonweed area of Full Throttle. I'm just solving a few puzzles to get my bike back on the road. I grabbed some parts from Big Todd that helped me do some things. I got a lockpick, which let me open that gate just there. I took the lock from the gate.
Nice.
Don't worry about the alarm. Basically, I called the cops by having them by touching that ladder to the gas tower. I was going to steal gas from it, but since the cops showed up, I'll just siphon gas from their hover car instead. I guess I should touch on, hey, why do the cops have a hover car? Well, it's kind of a post-apocalyptic near future sort of setting, sort of a Mad Max type of thing. There I exited the screen and came back in just to get to that chain faster, because Ben walking is very slow, so if I'd walked from the left side of the screen to the right, it's actually slower than if I just exited back out to the map menu and warped back in. So shout out to Merbo, an Australian runner of this game, for sharing some improvements like that with me. There have been a lot of tactics discovered in this game to bring our times down since the last time I showed it off. So, let's see. And yeah, you know what? General shout outs to, I mean, Simple Flips, and no, I'm just kidding. But anyone who speedruns adventure games. I know of some Monkey Island runners out there. There's got to be people who love Sierra games. I'm not you know, like King's Quest and those old ones.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff is real special to me for sure. So part of the reason why I chose to run this. So if you know of any adventure game runners, good job. All right, so right now I'd be trying to do some fast strats, but instead this is our first incentive. So here's Emmett the trucker. Emmett's playing a game with his knife there called Five Finger Fillet, or some people might call it Mumbledy Peg. And we're supposed to give him this fake badge so we can get past a roadblock, because we're in trouble with the law right now, if you knew the story. But instead we're gonna talk to him and say, I can do that.
I can do that. Not gonna happen.
And he's like, not gonna happen. So you just say, let me show you how to do that. Not gonna happen. And so you have to spam this a few times, so I'm just gonna skip dialogue, which is a hotkey in here. And after you talk to him about 10 times, he's finally like,
not go. Only if it'll shut you up.
only if it'll shut you up. And then you get to play the mini game. So the game gives you an example of what it should look like here. You just stab in between every space of your fingers and alternate back and forth. I can show you what happens first here if you miss. Because you do have to get it right to exit out of here. So Ben, if Ben's not very good with the knife, this happens. You can just cut up his entire hand. Alright, so that's the incentive. Alright, so let's actually finish around here. So you just click like this. And, oh no, I messed up. Oh, I messed up already. Anyway, and when you're done, depending on how you did or not, Emmett says, oh yeah, you're real good at that. Or he says like, or you know, Ben says something about being better than him.
Damn.
And every time Ben says damn, it's basically like a bad attempt, so I gotta start over. And you don't actually have to be too fast or too precise with this, which is great because I play this game with my mouse speed up like way too high. Okay, wait for it to reset again. Alright, here we go. And you do have to click like close in between his fingers, or otherwise it doesn't count it as a success either. Like you can't be too far out by the knuckles.
Cool.
There we go. And you get a cool. And that was it. That was the game. So we're on with the run. Let's go. Take this thing, Emmett, and get me past the roadblocks. So he smuggles me in with a semi-truck. You missed all these cutscenes of some stuff happening. There was a car crash. It was horrible. I'm going to get tire iron, which will be my best item for the rest of the game. That'll trigger some more stuff here. We're going to use the tire iron to loosen the wheels on this semi-truck full of fertilizer. No, it's actually Brondo, full of Brondo. It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. And Idiocracy, anyone? No? Okay, never mind. So we tip over this semi to make an even bigger mess of Brondo in the road, and that's going to help us distract some bad guys. So right now I'm on to basically the second puzzle section of the game, since I had my bike repaired and I left Melonweed. Now I'm on to, the hell? That was very noisy with Kirby hitting the microphone. Alright, so we caused a car accident here real quick, but it's okay, because that's the bad guys.
Wade said he wanted to throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
Wade said he wanted to throw it.
Hey, if the donor said somebody else throw it, then...
Alright, yeah. Well, hold up.
Their word is law.
Well, hold up. We have 2 donations, actually.
Oh my.
So I'll throw one.
Okay.
So Imawaka donates $2 and says, "Peg that man!"
I got pegged. Here you go.
Yeah, give it back to Wade. And then
Oops.
Tron Travolta donates $3 and says, "Prolix beam." I assume that's also for Kirby. So
He got me. Alright, so I'm going to install this hover fan that I took from the... Yeah, and feel free to throw as hard as possible.
Looks okay.
I like actually getting beaten up by Kirby. It's cool.
Masochist
So
so much.
we steal this hover fan from this car, bad guys, and now we're onto the old mine road, which is the RNG portion of the game. That hill there that I was at, we're gonna loop around on this road, and I'm gonna come back to there. So I refer to every time I hit that area as 1 lap completed. So my goal here is to finish the old mine road in about 2 laps. If I don't get 2 laps, it just basically means your run is bad time-wise. You know, it doesn't mean the run can't finish or anything, but it won't be really competitive. So I'm about a half a lap in already, but I did finally get my first good spawn here. This is the lady with the chainsaw. The chainsaw is about the ultimate weapon.
You like choppers, huh?
So she makes a pun about you like choppers because I'm on a chopper motorcycle, but and she's got a chainsaw. Haha, great joke, lady. Now that we've got the chainsaw, I can defeat pretty much anyone else I want to, like Clambake here. And why do we call him Clambake? Just listen.
Clambake!
I try to explain it to people, but I'm not sure how. I'm like, look, maybe if you had a motorcycle and somebody hit you with a chainsaw and knocked you off of it, you'd yell Clambake too. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But now that I killed Clambake, or knocked him off, I get his 2x4, and that's the only weapon in the game that lets me attack that guy. So that was great luck. That biker there was a member of a gang called the Cavefish, and they have those special goggles that let them see the entrance to their cave. And I need to get into the cave for a puzzle piece. So I'm about halfway done with my tasks on the old mine road, which is good.
Can't
because
finish the game without getting that last jigsaw puzzle piece to complete the puzzle.
Exactly. Everything here is very like rock, paper, scissors. So now I'm gonna use the chainsaw to get the chain from this guy. This is one of the vultures. That's his biker gang. And the chain from the vulture lets me sort of lasso this guy off his bike. I'm looking for this one last guy here who has a pre-regulation destroyer class solid fuel recoil booster. And here he is, but we have to encounter him twice, because the first time you're actually not allowed to fight him. There's just a cutscene showing you that he will jet away from you as fast as possible every time you encounter him. But now that I have the chain, and I know he could get away, now that I've encountered him a second time, I can use the chain, just whip him off like a lasso, and I steal his pre-regulation destroyer class solid fuel recoil booster.
We have $2 from Tron Travolta, who says, "What did Kirby say to the face? Beamed."
Wait, hold on, I got this.
So we have our booster, we have our goggles, we have the hover fan installed on our bike. The goggles let us see the Cavefish cave, which I'm in now, and the Cavefish have this ramp. So this is the last thing I need. Why am I getting a hover fan, a recoil booster, and a ramp? It's because I have to jump a gorge over a river where the bridge is out due to a car accident.
Like how the ramp has wheels.
You didn't see. Yeah.
No, it's
very
on the
convenient.
wheel. I can't really see that.
So we steal that, and now we're all set up. You can see the ramp off in the distance. My bike is modified. I'm going to jump this gorge. I'm going to get to the final puzzle section of the game, where we also have our last incentive coming up in.
Wait, but the ramp
few
has a
minutes.
wheel, so if you drove onto the ramp, wouldn't it just slide?
Video games.
Woo!
It's anchored now, apparently. I don't know.
With the chain, right?
All right, so we just make our jump here, and now we're in the final area of the game.
Man, I think teleporting is what you really mean.
So we look at these t-shirts to distract Horace, the souvenir vendor here, and then we pick up this bunny that he has. It's a little robotic bunny, and the reason we do that is to take the bunny over to a minefield, which is in the game, because reasons. And the minefield will let us blow up the bunny and get a battery out of it. We need the battery for another puzzle.
Couldn't go to Walmart.
So what you can do here is just set the bunny down in the minefield and leave the screen. It blows up automatically. Otherwise, you're usually left waiting for it to walk up there and blow up. So we just warp out. See how the bunny's gone now, and there's a battery there for me. So that saves a little bit of time in general. Then we go back to Emmett's here by warping around the map. We put the battery in this car. We use the car to distract Horace, and get this box of bunnies. So now we have a box of 10 bunnies, which is great. Oh yeah, there's another warp I could do here to get back to my bike just a little bit quicker. But it's newly discovered, and won't bother implementing it now. Alright, so now we just put this box of bunnies in the minefield, and it's March of the Bunnies time.
Woo!
So I'm going to pick one up and walk up here and drop it off to get it started, and then I pick up the rest of them while that one's clearing a path for me, because bunnies are probably one of the only things in the game that moves slower than Ben does. So by walking it up there, I actually gave it a bit of a head start here. This one bunny is being a real champion here. It got quite far up the screen there before blowing up. But in the top left of the screen here, that's the hideout of the Vultures biker gang I mentioned before, and Maureen, or Mo, that lady who was repairing my bike way back on that one screen, she's hiding out with the Vultures, so we're trying to get to her to help clear our name and stuff like that. Oh, please, bunnies. Okay. Use bunny with minefield, if anyone ever played point-and-click adventure games. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Alright, so now Ben's in a bit of a bind. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine here. It's cool. Don't pay
I
attention
believe
to
the
what's on your
CD
screen.
says
And
with
now I'm in a
uncompromising
demolition
positions.
derby. Don't worry about why. It's just but I really need to be in a demo derby right now. So
I'd like to point out that that scene that we had just before, where Ben was in the uncompromising position, is in fact on the back of the game disc.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I brought my disc and my manual and all that stuff with me for fun. All right, so what we're gonna do here is, for some reason, jumping on top of a derby car stalls it out. So we jumped off the ramp onto orange, whose AI always positions itself, so you can stall it out just for fun. Then you bump orange over here to this next ramp, because the bad guys are in a car that's trying to block us from doing what we want, and we make an extended jump off this ramp, off the orange car, onto the bad guy's car, which you won't see because I'm skipping cutscenes. So, but that happened.
You're on fire and naked.
Yeah, I'm on fire. I'm wearing an asbestos suit, so it doesn't kill me. And then I just set the stadium on fire to distract people and get them to leave. Skip some more cutscenes. Here's the bad guy's car, and we're gonna get rid of them for good by walking into this fireball with my asbestos suit. Well, they don't have asbestos suits, and they tried to follow me. Yeah, so that went poorly for them. All right, so here is where I set up the second incentive, and how I'm going to do that is actually, instead of going where I usually would, I'm going to revisit the souvenir stand. I'm going to grab another box of bunnies.
Oh my goodness.
So now I have 10 more bunnies, and we get to do something fun with them. So then we come here, we kick this wall in a very specific spot, and that gains us a secret entrance to Corley Motors headquarters. They're this motorcycle manufacturer who their president was murdered and all this stuff. We're going to open up a safe here, get some evidence about the murder, and then we'll be at the end game very soon here. So basically, I've been framed, my biker gang's been framed, Mo the mechanic has been framed, and we're going to shut down this projector, present our own evidence, and clear everybody's name. Oh, your bike is not up. Yep.
Before we stray too far from the topic of bunnies, Murbo donates $20 and says, bunnies. And Tron Travolta donates $3 and says, avenging Emma Walker from that Kirby beam that literally went right through him and killed him on the spot. Hit that man with a Kirby Wade.
Thanks so much for chiming in, Murbo. Okay, so we're at the final scene. I actually have a limited amount of time where the game ends here, so I'll go somewhat quickly. There's this engine fan, which I need to stop and sneak past because the big bad guy here, Adrian Ripburger, has a handgun, so he'll try to shoot at me if I go around the side. But you can actually use a bunny with the fan. And Ben says fun. So you can actually use the box of bunnies with the engine fan. Enjoy. They even give you the March of the Bunny music again. Fun. Okay. So now that that's done, we take the staff that we stole from Adrian. We
Wait, but you've got 2 bunnies left.
Oh no, that was I was just doing the box of bunnies. That's the incentive,
okay.
not everybody. I showed one off to preview, and then it's the box. You can have extra bunnies left in your inventory. Okay, so then we get up here, and we're almost done. Get ready on time. I'm just gonna do some menuing here with a couple of computer screens here. We're gonna drop Adrian off into the gorge. This whole semi-truck cargo plane that you didn't know existed is about to go up in flames, so I need to ride off into the sunset. So I get on my bike, and time.
Woo!
Obligatory, cool guys, don't look at explosions cutscene.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Let's go, Prolix.
They turn around and they walk away.
You just jump out of it as it all falls into the gorge.
Explosions.
Your time was a 17:17.
17:17.
That's
awesome.
wasting a few minutes with fillets. So.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for wasting a few minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, Helix, is there another donation incentive to Chuck or Kirby?
By his own rules.
Let me check.
Probably.
No.
Maybe not.
Not
No,
yet.
good,
Not
good,
yet.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you ever want to see the actual story, come by my channel. I'll be doing all cutscenes runs or something, because I realize the speedrun doesn't exactly showcase the narrative. So
Neither does Super Monkey Ball.
and I enjoy running any percent without incentives to slow me down. So record is currently at 13:12. So I've really been bringing that down, so that's awesome. So, all right, that's all I've got. Thank you so much for all the donations, by the way. Thank you for tuning in, Murbo, Tron, everybody else in chat. I appreciate it. The support's awesome, and yeah, that's all
And
I've
thank
got.
you, Prolix, for allowing me to throw some Kirby's
So-
at you.
Oh yeah,
Heck
anytime.
yeah.
It's for a good cause.
Woo.
Maybe we could do
Kirby's for cancer. That should be another one.
Yeah, sure. Lunch sounds
Should just
great.
be a marathon.
Kirby's for cancer. I'm down.
Yeah. We all have to learn Kirby
I
games.
mean, just because I'm
And throw
retired
Kirby's at each
right
other.
now,
Thank you, Prolix. Good run.
and living
Thank you
in
very
a
much,
mansion
Prolix.
and riding around in limos. That doesn't mean we won't spend a lot of time together, does it?
Mo, you're in a different league now. You shouldn't be hanging out with the likes of me anymore.
But
I did.
then-
Oh.
Just a second. Hello? What? No, that's crazy. Is he nuts? Look, move the meeting up